You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our tech shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Lenawee County confirms its first coronavirus death, and Lakeland Correctional Facility reports its 13th. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, we'll start today in Lenawee County, where health officials say a 31-year-old female with underlying health conditions has passed away due to COVID-19. No other information is being released due to privacy concerns. As of yesterday afternoon, there were 84 confirmed positive cases in Lenawee County and 33 in recovery. Now, they count 14 probable cases with 5 recoveries and no deaths in that category. And the Lakeland Correctional Facility in Coldwater has reported its 13th coronavirus death. According to WTVB, this is now the 5th straight day that the Michigan Department of Corrections has announced the death of a Lakeland prisoner. That comes after the prison tested all inmates prior to the weekend. The full results now show 785 confirmed positive cases and at the prison and 618 negative results. Now, the Department of Corrections says most of those who were tested positive did not show symptoms of the virus. And WILX reports that the Hillsdale County Medical Care Facility has marked their 11th death due to the novel coronavirus. 20 MCF residents are now currently in isolation after testing positive, and 5 staff members are currently recovering at home. The facility's Terry Easterline says asymptomatic transmission has posed a biggest challenge in fighting the virus. Across Michigan, 6% of all COVID-19 cases are occurring in nursing homes. Now, Indiana is facing an even more striking problem in nursing homes, and we'll have more on that later in the newscast. Meanwhile, among the rest of the general population, Branch County reports 50 confirmed cases and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County reports 115 cases and 16 deaths. All of our southern counties have held steady in the past 24 hours. Steuben County remains at 21 cases with 1 death. Williams County remains at 27 confirmed cases and 2 probable cases and 1 death, and Fulton County remains at 18 confirmed cases and 1 probable case with no deaths. The city of Coldwater is getting prepared for Michigan's stay-at-home orders to be lifted, in part by installing protective shields at City Hall. According to WTVB, City Manager Keith Baker told the City Council last night that those shields have been installed at the customer service counter at the Henry L. Brown Municipal Building. More hand sanitizers will be installed as well. Baker said that the city offices and the CBPU will both be implementing an appointment-based system to reduce the number of people in the building at any given time. He's added that an average of 500 people visit City Hall every week during normal business operations. As local governments look ahead, the biggest known seems to be what we don't know. Well, that was a topic at last night's Village Council meeting in Montpelier. The Bryan Times says Village Administrator Jason Rocky told the council the state of Ohio will not be releasing the expected Public Works Commission funds on July 1st. Now, that's important to the village because Montpelier had been approved for a $125,000 grant for the Randolph Street lift station. Luckily, Rocky says that the project hasn't gone out for bid, so the village isn't under contract to complete any work at this time. He says that the PWC is waiting on a new budget from the state legislature to determine when that money will be released. As for other impacts, Rocky says Montpelier has seen a 40% reduction in electric use. According to American Municipal Power, the average pandemic-related drop-off among their member utilities has been 8%. The village's water and sewer loans have not dropped as much, setting the stage for a shortfall in utility revenue. But the biggest unknown, Rocky says, is income tax revenue. He told the council that the village needs to prepare for several cuts because it's unclear. They need to prepare for several cuts because it's unclear what state and federal bailouts will look like. Fiscal Officer Nikki Uribus says that the loss in gas tax revenue is also going to impact the street department, which relies on gas tax money for 86% of its operating budget. In just under 2 hours from now, the Lenawee County will be holding a town hall update on their response to the coronavirus pandemic, and you can be a part of it. The meeting will be hosted by Board of Commissioners Chair David Stimson, Health Officer Martha Hall, and County Administrator Martin Marshall. Now, they'll be talking about local updates, how the county plans to resume operations, and any concerns that you might have. It takes place on Zoom at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, you can join in on the meeting with ID number 958-7603-3340. You can also call in by phone by calling 888-788-0099 and using the same meeting ID. Well, it's open to all Lenawee County residents and businesses. The Fulton County Economic Development Corporation is coordinating a small business emergency loan program funded by private donations. According to the Swanton Enterprise, the Fulton County Mortgage, Rent, and Utility Business Loan Program will give emergency relief loans of up to $2,500 to small businesses in Fulton County that can provide proof of their needs. The loans carry a 1% interest rate and must be repaid within 18 to 24 months. 100% of that repayment principal and interest will then be donated to the Heart Radiothon over the next 2 years. That fundraiser donates its proceeds to area health organizations for supplies and equipment. Economic Development Director Matt Gilroy says it's a leap of faith, but in his experience, Fulton County always steps up in times of crisis, and he believes that they can accomplish their goals. Applications will soon be available at the fcedc-ohio.com. And businesses that apply will have to submit a bill that they need to pay or provide proof of their mortgage or rent. You can also find out more by emailing Gilroy directly at matt@fcedc-ohio.com or calling 419-337-9270. Well, on the other side, if you'd like to donate to the program, you can send your contribution to the FCEDC 9460 County Road 14, Wauseon, Ohio, 43567. Well, Coldwater Strawberry Fest is the latest local event to be canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. WTVB says City Manager Keith Baker made that announcement at last night's City Council meeting. Now, Strawberry Fest had been scheduled for June 20th. Now, it will be the first time in 32 years that festival has not been held. Meanwhile, organizers of the River Raisin Festival in Blissfield still plan to hold the event from July 9th to the 11th, and they're adding a new feature this year, the first ever River Raisin Festival Battle of the Bands. Well, festival organizers told the Adrian Daily Telegram that they wanted to give all bands a chance to make it to the main stage this year and keep up the entertainment lineup fresh. Now, finalists will perform a half-hour set on the 11th, and the winning band will get a $1,000 grand prize. Now, you can find all the rules and sign-up information at riverraisinfestival.org. Well, as for the pandemic, organizers say that they're monitoring the situation closely and adjustments will be made to the festival activities as necessary to protect everyone involved. Well, still ahead, Michigan's governor announces her plan to reopen the state's economy, and Some local airports are being added to the list for CARES Act funding. You're watching HTV1 News at noon.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Just a few days after Michigan House Republicans announced their ideas for relaunching the state's economy, Governor Gretchen Whitmer has revealed her ideas for a path forward. WKZO reports that Whitmer's My Safe Start plan follows the same outline of a regional approach with considerations for which industries are safe to reopen. But the governor's plan is a bit more complex than the outline given by House Republicans. Low-risk businesses like residential and commercial construction will be the first to reopen, but the details of that will be announced later. Some occupations will also be assigned a risk score based on worker interaction, workplace characteristics, and other factors. An economic recovery council made up of healthcare and business professionals will assess risks and decide the specifics as the process moves along. Well, as far as regions go, Whitmer's plan divides the state into 8 areas in order from highest infection percentage to lowest: Detroit, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Saginaw, Lansing, Traverse City, Jackson, and the Upper Peninsula. Whitmer said that in her press conference yesterday that while stopping the economy is simple, while re-engaging it is a bit more complicated. The state's current stay-at-home order, which includes some relaxed restrictions, lasts until May 15th. The governor has requested another 28 days for the state of emergency. Meanwhile, the backlash over the lack of information about the infections at nursing homes has prompted Indiana officials to reverse course and make some of that information public. According to the Herald-Republican, Indiana Family and Social Services Medical Director Dr. Daniel Raciniak said during yesterday's daily press conference that 10% of the Hoosier state's positive coronavirus cases were tied to long-term care facilities. Now, that does not include nursing home staff, and Raciniak says that's because they found that many staff members work at municipal facilities, multiple facilities, and that would be counted multiple times. Later yesterday afternoon, the state began adding information about long-term care facilities at their COVID-19 reports, and they now plan to include the results with the rest of the data each Monday. Good news for a couple of local airports who are now on the list for federal pandemic funding. Well, thanks to the CARES Act passed by Congress in late March, the Hillsdale Municipal Airport will receive, and this is an exact amount, $1,111,111. Well, that's a lot of ones. Let me say that again. That is $1,111,111. Well, that money will go to the airport's taxiway extension project, which is primarily funded by the Federal Airport Improvement Program. But $111,111 will come from the CARES Act to cover what would normally be a local matching responsibility. Lenawee County Airport will receive $890,000 in Airport Improvement Program funds and $98,889 from the CARES Act to cover the local match for their taxiway rehabilitation. Well, thanks to the CARES Act funding, both of these projects will be funded entirely with federal grant money. In a press release, Congressman Tim Walberg, Republican of Tipton, said funding the local match portions will give the airports a much-needed boost as economic activity begins to pick up again. Well, after the break, a local campground is looking for a suspect who they say dumped something into their well. And a Union City landmark is set to come down tomorrow. After this, we'll be right back.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
Well, take a close look at your screen. A local campground is hoping to identify this man after he was caught dumping something into their well. Now, it happened around 8:30 yesterday morning at the Waffle Farm Campground in Coldwater. Well, they posted these pictures on their Facebook page after reviewing security video. They say that the man sat in the truck for about 30 minutes before getting out and dumping something into the well. Waffle Farm is currently closed with no guests, and the office was not open at the time. Now, they were only able to get a clear picture of the license plate, but they're hoping someone can identify the man or the truck that he was driving. The camp says that they will be testing the water, and they have contacted the Michigan State Police. If you have any information, Waffle Farm Campground asks you to call them at 517-278-4315. Well, fire crews saved a barn north of Kunkel over the weekend. Now, the Bryan Times says it happened on County Road R just around 5:10 Sunday evening. Now, crews from Kunkel and Madison Township quickly knocked down the blaze from the inside, leaving repairable damage. Alverton and Brady Township crews were canceled for the call. Now, Kunkel Assistant Fire Chief John Baker says the brush was burning nearby, but they're not entirely sure what caused the barn fire. No injuries were reported. A Coldwater man has been taken a plea deal on charges of sex crimes involving underage girls. WTVB says 31-year-old Michael Kunkel pleaded no contest to 2 counts of accosting children for immoral purposes and 1 count of indecent exposure. The plea deal drops charges of second-degree criminal sexual conduct as well as aggravated indecent exposure. The Branch County Sheriff's Office began investigation of Kunkel back in August, and he was formally charged in February. Court documents say that all 3 of his victims were under the age of 12. Kunkel is currently in the Branch County Jail on $50,000 bond. Now, he is scheduled for sentencing on June 15th. Well, despite Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer lifting the restrictions on golf courses at her latest stay-at-home order, you still can't drive a golf cart, at least not on a golf course. But registered drivers can still drive golf carts on the streets of Union City. WTVB says that the village is ready to start registering golf carts now that the weather is warming back up. Almost 70 carts and 120 drivers have been registered with the village since 2016. Drivers must have a valid driver's license and other rules apply. Well, it is free to register as a driver, but if you're going to registering a new golf cart, there's a one-time fee of $10. Remember that it has to be a standard golf cart as defined by Michigan law. This cannot be an off-road vehicle or a side-by-side or a modified golf cart that operates differently than a regular golf cart. If you're interested, you find more information at visitinguniencity.com. Also in Union City, the historic 97-year-old water tower will be coming down this week. Well, WTVB says starting today, West High Street will be closed from North Broadway to Ann Streets in preparation for that project. The tower itself will be removed tomorrow, and officials expect it to only take 1 day. The 1923 tower, built by Chicago Iron Works, held 75,000 gallons and has been replaced by a new 150,000-gallon water tower in November. Village officials decided to remove the old tower after exploring a range of options, and they agreed that it's a bittersweet moment for the village. Residents are welcome to watch the deconstruction from a safe distance while obeying social distancing rules. Well, while one landmark comes down, another is getting ready to open, at least once Indiana's coronavirus restrictions are lifted. The Herald Republican says the Fremont Town Park splash pad will be ready for the public by Memorial Day. The splash pad has been a work in progress for 2 years, and the clerk treasurer Kathy Parsons says crews are just now putting the finishing touches on it. After Memorial Day and once the restrictions are lifted, the splash pad will open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day through Labor Day. Well, it's Election Day in Ohio. We'll have a few notes for you about that after this.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, it is a highly unusual election day today in Ohio as the rescheduled primary election is taking place due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Bryan Times says one of the things that stands out most in the vote is that it's being conducted almost entirely by mail-in absentee ballots. Because of that, Williams County election officials remind you that if you requested a ballot before the deadline but still haven't received it due to the post office delays, you can cast a provisional ballot at the Williams County Elections Office. Limited in-person voting is also available to disabled and homeless voters at the Elections Office until 7:30 this evening. Otherwise, no traditional polling places are open today. All Williams County ballots must be dropped off at the Elections Office drop box by 7:30 this evening. Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, we'll be on at 3:30 today. Our computers are back up and working for the podcast for So This Is News, and you can check that out at 3:30. Don't forget, you can also find more news in our live broadcast streams 24/7 at htv1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.